Welcome back to Urban Serenity Garden Beautiful Community. Today it is garden update number 2. Here we garden, cook, do shopping hauls and lifestyle. So please consider subscribing if you have not already to follow our journey. Thanks for your support, and now let's jump into this video. So guys, we are in the grow room. We are doing update number 2, as I stated already. And here in front of you guys, we have mainly our tomatoes and some flowers. I will show you the rest that we have going on here in the grow room. Everything here is pretty much large and in charge. And for reference, we are in zone 7B in Bronx, New York. And we have been going through a cold snap. It is May 3rd as reference. The other garden video or grow room video update was filmed in April, middle-ish. If you haven't watched that, go watch it. Hopefully it's up already. I'm a little behind, so pardon me. A lot going on in life, but in that video I was a little concerned that everything was started late and all of that. So go watch that to get updated. So here I sit May 3rd, and now my concern is that I don't have these guys out, and now they're at the stage at where you see them. Now for me, they are a tad bit overgrown to be in the grow room. So what's going on is we got a cold snap, and it's just too cold for them to go out. So our nights are still in the 40s. Our highs are mid 50s with a lot of rain. So what we have been doing here is doing a lot of amendments in our backyard. My husband and my son have been doing dressing top layers in the garden beds. We also build 2 new beds, which we will get into once I give you guys a tour of the backyard prior to planting these guys, so y'all can see like a rough draft of what we have going on back there. And that's what we have been doing. We kind of have moved a bit of structure around, and just prepping for these guys. So this is pretty much where we are at. I just wanted to give you guys an update of what's going on here. So I had to move plants around or seedlings around because my tomatoes, which are a lot, I plant way too much, and then I don't know where to put them. I think I get a little seedling happy, and then I just end up either giving them to neighbors or just cramming them up. The fact that I got 2 extra beds out there just kind of got me a little happy. So we'll see how much of them I can cram into the space that I have. So since the last video, what I did in between was I did pot it up, everything minus the flowers. I think I had a little comfort zone with the flowers because I was hoping that I was going to get everything out, but that was not the case, as I already stated. So the flowers are probably suffering a little bit, but I foresee my future that I might be able to get all of this stuff out maybe in the next week and a half. So from today moving forward, I am going to start hearting these things off in my front porch. And what I'm going to be using is pretty much like a mobile table that I have in my kitchen. It's like an origami metal situation that my husband got me. And I'm going to, kind of like shimmy everything out. And I'm going to try to do that, as quickly as possible. I have, I think, 2 or 3 days in the high 50s with some rain showers, and it's good atmosphere or climate to start hardening these things off, because it's kind of cloud cover. And that's what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days and or week, because I think starting next week or Sunday into Monday, we're gonna start getting highs in the 60s or 70s with lows 50s, which is kind of the temperature that most tomatoes like. I probably will hold off my peppers until about Mother's Day or anything after, which is what I was looking forward to anyway. So we'll see what happens. But most of my flowers, like calendula and marigolds and stuff like that, those things they'll probably already overdue to be outside. But the fact that I haven't hardened them off, that's why they're not outside and they're still here. But enough babbling, and let's bring you guys in so you guys can see some of these stuff. Some of them have some yellowing. I have been already fertilizing them with some fish emulsion. My grow room smells lovely, and I am being sarcastic. But you know, they still have a little bit of yellowing because I've been really diluting it, because I don't want to, you know, burn them. So I probably need to like up it a little bit. They also are probably a little yellowing or discoloration, a little bit white, because I had to move the artificial light, my light, up, because it was touching them, and I just recently did that, so I'm sure that they will recover from that. So yeah, this is what I'm dealing with. But I mean, other than that, they look wonderful, minus the onions. I don't know why I have those out at this point. I have given up on those. But they were an experiment. I've never grown onions, so you guys can just like literally, you know, just forgo that. And it is what it is. I'll still put them out there and see what happens. I've never grown them, but you know, I didn't want to grow from start. I want to grow from seed, and I have so many of them that it was an experiment, and they're just sitting there chilling. But you know, they have like dead foliage around them, but you know, they still have semi greenage coming from them. So even if I get like, you know, green onions out of them, I'll be happy. At this point, I'll take whatever I can. So let's bring you guys close and let's show you what I have, which is the same thing. I just want to show you the progress. So let's do this. All right, guys. So we are up and close and personal with some of these things. And I just watered yesterday. I watered some of them today, just a little bit. I do bottom water, but well, my whole house is crooked. So the basement kind of seems to, like where I have my grow room, my basement seems to like lean this way. So when I bottom water, the water obviously favors down that way. So sometimes this part over here, these here, I have to top water because they obviously don't get too much water as the ones in the back, and the ones in the back will be super duper watered, and the ones in the front won't have any water. So that's what I'm faced with. And if not, then I would have to just, you know, take all of these out. I would have to get my son to lift all of these, put it on a table and water them that way. And sometimes even though I do that, I will still have the same problem because everything here is totally unleveled. But anywho's, you see on the bottom here, they were getting a little bit crispy, but you know, I'm not worried because in the middle, there's a good foliage. And once the top foliage starts coming up, I can just, you know, definitely cut that off. So I'm not concerned. But as these top ones are doing wonderfully because they're growing up, because these are so high, I have these little puny ones back here that, you know, are just not growing that well because they are being covered by all of these big ones. But you know, once I get them outside, I'm not concerned because these will definitely catch up to these. So it is what it is. But I moved them up, as you can see, into, I think these are a 4-inch pot, if I'm not mistaking. And what I used was a vermicompost, and it helped them out because when they were in these little cells right here, these 6 cells right here, they were really suffering. So I went ahead and up pot them because they needed to. Tomatoes are rigorous growers and they were just suffering in there. And like I told you guys in my prior video, I had thought that, you know, I was late to the game, and because of the cold spell, like I already stated, man, was I wrong. Was I wrong? But all of these tomatoes, these 2 flats here are all tomatoes, and none of them are repeated, minus a few of my favorites, which is like Cherokee Purple and a Giant Crimson. But other than that, these are all singles. They are all single varieties, and this year I decided to try Determinate. So, you know, a lot of them are new to me, and more than half of them are true and try to me that I've grown every single year. This year I decided to try this. I already spoke about this in the last video. Got these from Amazon. And this here has what it has cold crop. This can go out already. I just haven't. As you see, some of them are completely leggy because, you know, the light is so high up, and I just can't accommodate everything because, one, I do have a lot of lights, but I didn't set up too many lights because, as you can see, this has different levels. And even though I have something here that's low, if I put if I put anything lower, I'm risking my wonderful cat getting into it, and she has gotten into this lower level here. As you can see, Missy over there, Miss Autumn. She doesn't want to look at me. She's on timeout. She has gotten into this, and she has bitten some of the eggplant flowers. Guys, I don't know if that I hope that's not toxic to her. You guys let me know in the comments below. I try to keep anything plant away from her, but like I can't. So I try to put everything high so she doesn't get into it. But this one here, you know, it's just I don't have enough space, and one of them is too long for me, or too tall for me to put it here. Even though it's not getting light or it's not getting heat, I can't put it in this level because it's just too shallow. So over here I have some bok choy. Here I have some flowers. I think these are like dahlias or something, if I'm not mistaken. Yep, dahlias, because I need more dahlias. And my husband tells me, he's like, yes, you need more dahlias, woman. I already have my dahlias from tubers planted outside, and they are doing phenomenal. I'm gonna have to take you guys outside one of these days, and that's in my front porch in the front of the house, obviously. And they are doing phenomenal. I think I had 100% germination with them, and those are dahlia tubers that I got from Walmart. I didn't do any like major name brand dahlias this year because you know, my heart got broken with my Swan Island tubers. It's nothing against them. It was not their fault. It was just me. You know, I had a couple of surgeries this past year, and I wasn't able, well, you know, between me and my husband and my son, we weren't able to dig them out. You know, there was just a lot going on. So they unfortunately rotted, and I was like, I'm not investing in it because, you know, if I don't have the time, life happens. And, you know, the Walmart brand was not that expensive. So if life gets to you and you can't dig them out, then you don't lose that much money. But you can grow dahlia from seeds, and you can get tubers from them. So why not? And it happens to be that the tubers that I purchased are the same seeds that I'm growing. So that's actually really funny. So here I have some more and more tomatoes back here. I'm not going to sit here and name every single tomato seed, but you know, if you can read my chicken scratch handwriting, those are pretty much the names that I'm growing. I have some peppers. Those are like some super hots right there. So if I don't make you too dizzy, we're going to move on to the next level. See, those are my sad and pitiful onions, guys. Read me to filth in the comment. Tell me what I did wrong. All right, so here are my flowers, and here I have all the calendula. As I come this way, I have some parsley that I'm very proud of because I've never been able to grow parsley. And yeah, I do have some algae growth on here. I can put some cinnamon, but at this point, I'm so close to bringing things outside that I'm just not even going to bother. I have this Rebecca here that's holding on for dear life. Calendula here that is like so overgrown and who knows what. At this point, they're, I consider them probably leggy, but once I put them outside, I think they'll be fine. Zinnias up the wazoo, and they are doing beautiful. Marigolds up here. That's the guys that I switched from the top level to the bottom because I needed the space for the tomatoes. Back there I have lavender, I have celosia, I have cone flowers, I have a bunch of beautiful wonderful things. Here in the front are just some sunflower. They say sunflowers are finicky for transplant, but I'm going to try it. Why not? I can put seeds in the ground and they grow beautifully and quickly. No need to do this inside, but I figured, why not experiment? Right here, I have culantro recao, which is what we call it. These I actually transplanted from what we have over here. These are holding on for dear life. I figured I'll leave them there. I was going to throw the whole tray out and say I'm just going to keep these. But I figured, let's leave it there and experiment. Like I said, why not, guys? Like, why throw something out that just wants to live, right? So I just left it there. And these guys are thriving. I needed to keep it in the heat mat, but I just don't have space, guys. I don't have space. I don't have any more heat mats, and I just really didn't want to purchase any more at this point. It wasn't in the budget. So it's working so far. Over here, guys, I have all my peppers and some eggplants. I couldn't get the word out. And they are doing marvelous. I was so concerned with my peppers if I was gonna have, a decent pepper year, because these guys, if you watched my last video, you guys know that I started all of these seeds numerous times in different types of a method. But guys, these are all started from seed and they're doing marvelous right now. I have some that are bigger than others. The stems are nice and stocky. And I can even top some of these off if I wanted to at this stage. But I think I'm just going to wait till I plant them outside and top them off then. And just let them get bushy naturally outside because it just doesn't hurt. And these are all from sweet to hot. They are labeled sweet and hot in there. We have cayenne orange, purple. We have Big Jim, yellow monster, arroz con pollo, Keystone, Cubanelle, giant Marconi. I mean, you name them, I probably got them. All the, good, tried and true. They are all there. And to just pretty much top this off, here in the bottom, which has no light at all and no heat, I have one that's pretty much suffering because of that, or I don't know if the cat got to it at this point. These I actually purchased at Home Depot. These were a jalapeno. My jalapeno seeds did not make it, and I was very upset. So they were selling, it was a four pack, seed cell for, I think it was like $3 or $4. So it was pretty much like $1 a plant. And I was like, yes, please, why not? So my jalapenos, they actually made it. Let's knock on wood. I don't have any next to me, so y'all can do it for me. They all made it fine without a problem. And look, Miss Autumn here. She needs some time to shine, Autumn. And they all made it. Now, I also purchased a flat of eggplant. And like I said, Autumn bit some of the leaves. I mean, that was a while ago, and she's doing fine. Look at her right here. She's doing okay, so there's no problem with that. Bad kitty, but still. But one of them is very sad back here, and it's because I don't have them on a heat mat. And since it's cold outside, the basement here is cold as well. And, you know, we don't have the heater on anymore because we don't need it. So the basement is also cold. I don't have a thermometer down here, so I don't know what's the actual temperature of the thermometer. But, you know, I also went ahead and seed started my cucumbers. And so far they are doing okay. They're nice and bushy and low. I started a cucamelon, which was actually very sad because I had to take it out of the 6 cell, and I potted it. It was very yellow, very lackluster, but right now it is growing up and it's growing its little tendrils, so we are doing good. This here is a Kajari melon, which is very leggy, but I'm going to leave it alone. Autumn, no. But I'm going to leave it alone and hope that, you know, once it gets outside, it starts climbing and it should be fine. But I have here cucumbers for days. My mom is on a cucumber kick, and hopefully I can supply her with a cucumber fix all summer long. So this is pretty much what the grow room is looking like. What I will be doing in the near future is what I already told you guys, is harding off the plants that I have in here. There's one pepper that my mom really loves, which is the ajicito. I started it a couple of times and it just did not, you know, take off. I'm probably gonna retry it. It's a little late in the game, but our growing season is, I consider it's fairly long, that I'm going to give it a go again. Everybody's telling me to, you know, try it, so I will try it. Things that I still need to start that I'll probably just direct sow outside, because I don't see it feasible to start it in here, and besides, I don't have space. Is okra. My mom loves okra, so I'll start some okra for her. I have literally 4 plants of bok choy here started. I don't know why I did that, but I went ahead and did it. But I do have to start bok choy outside. I went ahead and planted in my green stalks strawberries from Bare Root. I forgot the variety, but it was Bare Root. I got them also from Walmart, and it was 25 Bare Root plants. So I do have still space in one of the green stalks. I have another green stalk. I have 2 of them. I have a leaf, and the other one, I forgot what the other one is called. I'm blanking. But I have 2 of them. I know they have a sale going on through Roots and Refuge, so go to her channel and see what the sale is. It's an amazing sale if you want to get one. You know, those are the things that I see myself doing. Probably beets and a bunch of other stuff, you know, like cold weather stuff that I can, you know, maybe plant now. And I still have one more bed to amend. I think my husband wants to move the grapevine. I don't know if we'll keep the grapevine, but we'll see what happens. But, you know, we're just moving things around here in the garden and getting things prepped for the growing season. But, you know, guys, get excited. The journey is long. It's labor intensive for my unfortunate husband and my son, but they do it because they love what the garden produce, and they just love me. What can I say? But other than that, guys, this is what the video consists of, and I hope that you guys enjoyed it. And as always, guys, God granted you the serenity to accept the things you cannot change, the courage to change the things you can, and the wisdom to know the difference. As always, be blessed, and we will catch you guys on the next video. Bye.